remind you that we're all on the journey of faith. And it starts with what we learned yesterday, being willing to admit that we don't have all the answers, that we don't know everything that is right, and trusting someone else that knows it to obey his way. And that person, of course, would be God. Our theme verse, where we find the information that we need to help us, kind of the focal point, once again found in Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. I don't know how many of you want to go through life going like this, not knowing where you're going. But God wants to make your path straight, make it a clear target for you to achieve, and he wants to help you to get through there as efficiently and as quickly as possible. This is how we sum it up. This morning, we'll be hearing from the sophomore chaplain, Naya. Let's give it up for Naya. She's got a little something special for us this morning, so we're really, really excited and looking forward to what she's going to share. Once again, I would like to encourage you to give her your best attention, to stay awake, to sit up straight, to pray while she's talking, for her to pray for yourself so that you can get the point of the message that she has for us this morning. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold the mic because I'm tired. I don't want to adjust that thingy. Okay, so can you guys hear me? No. Like you guys in the back and the front. So, good morning, PMA. If you don't know me, my name is Naya, the sophomore that is like a fifth grader. But yeah. So, as Mr. Coach Chaplain already said, the theme for this week of prayer is the journey of faith. But then I'll be focusing in on trust more. So, before we begin, let's bow our heads for prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day, Lord. Thank you that I have the opportunity to come up here and speak to my fellow classmates and like peers and school people, students. Yeah, I ask that you send your Holy Spirit, Lord, to be with me, and that you may speak through me, and open the hearts of everybody here, that they may hear your word and apply them to their lives, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. You guys are probably wondering why the seating arrangement is like different. So yeah, I'm gonna ask for 3 volunteers, and to make it interesting, let's make it 2 students and 1 staff member. And for those 3 volunteers, bring somebody that you trust.
I'm the teacher.
Bring somebody.
Wow!
Pretty sure you guys know where this is going. So we need 4 more students, guys. Yes, yes. Bring somebody you trust. 1 more. 2 more. There we go.
Just for it.
Too late now.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh, wait, I have a problem. I don't know.
Rough times.
You don't trust anybody else? I mean, I do, but...
Okay, so we are going to be doing this activity, and this is the blindfold games. So one of you guys are going to have to be blindfolded. Okay. And the blindfolded person will be at the end of the chapel.
Oh!
Yes.
There's chairs facing the back.
I got this. We only get that right here.
Just sit in the 3 chairs. Okay, so you guys here in front, do you guys remember who your partners are?
Reese, if you say no.
Okay, so here, your partners are gonna try to get you guys to the front safely, but you have to really listen to their voices. Because like everybody else is gonna try and distract you guys, so really pay attention to their voices.
Reese, get up here.
Okay, so are you guys ready? Do you guys get the activity? Okay.
Get up here.
Alright guys, so let's start.
Alright, stand up, Miss Natalia.
Reese!
Alright, take 2 steps forward.
Reese,
Go to your right. Go to your right. Go to your right. Step forward. Step forward. Go to your right. Go to your right. Go to your right. Your right. To the right. To your right. To your right. To your right. Straight. Left. Straight. Straight. Right. Straight. Right. Left. Straight. Done.
Reese, walk straight. Walk to your left. Reese.
Billy, stop messing them up. Good job, guys. Good job, Mobile One.
Guys, can go sit down now. Let's going our volunteers. Okay, so for those who were blindfolded, how hard was it to listen to your partners?
Not too hard.
Wow, Mary.
Okay, so
Dig a hole.
So the point of this was a game based on trust, right? So we really have to listen to your partner, and that's kind of how we are in life with God. Even though there's like a lot of chaos going on, we always have to really pay attention to His voice. So I get really nervous. Like I'm already really nervous, but when I get nervous, I talk too much and really fast, or I stutter, or I do not make sense at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you didn't catch what I said, jump off, raise your hand, scream, yell something, just let me know so that I can repeat what I said. So let me start from this time. So a long time ago, when I was actually a 5th grader, I don't actually know how old I was, but I do remember hanging out with my older cousin, and then we were arguing or something. And then out of the blue, she just yelled like, haha, your mom forgot you at the store. So, yeah, I was kind of skeptical about it. But then I asked her mom, it was true. And she says like her children are her number one. But anyways, I was 3 years old, yeah. And then my mom took me to Surang because she needed to get like some stuff, you know, to buy, yeah. And then she went to the department store, and then one of her friends was a cashier, and then so she kind of just left me on the counter, and her cashier gave me a lollipop. And then I was there sucking on my lollipop. And my mom like went to the store and they got her stuff. So like yeah, she went and then she grabbed everything she needed and she left through the back door of the store. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure her friend was like sitting there or like standing there like watching me, waiting for my mom, wondering where she is. Meanwhile, my mom already got the stuff, got on the car, and then she was driving. And then she was driving, and driving, I'm stalling, and driving. And then, all of a sudden, like she went to PIBC, and then this car backed out of the blue and almost crashed into her. And then, she, thinking that I was in the passenger seat, reached out and said, "Oh no, my baby!" She's ready for that one, right? So she's like, "I didn't want to go." Yeah, I wasn't gonna fly at the windshield because I was still sitting on the counter at Surang. After realizing that, like she turned around, she came, she was really worried. And when she came, I was still sitting there, didn't know she left, and I was still sucking on my lollipop. Like life is fine. So yeah, you're probably wondering how this relates to trust, and why am I telling you the story? So I need a Bible. I didn't want a Bible. Yeah. So you know how there's a verse in the Bible that's like talking about how yeah, it's found in Isaiah 49:15, and it says, "Can a woman forget her nursing child and not have compassion on the son of her womb? Surely they may forget, and yet I will not forget you." So when the Bible said like your own mothers who gave birth to you will forget you, it is true. It's really cool and it's okay because even though our mothers may forget us, God never will, and that's really awesome. So yes, we put so much trust into our moms, our dads, our siblings, best friends, teachers. Come on, guys, we trust calculators more than we trust our own brains. And then, but what do they all have in common? Like, they're not going to be there forever. They're just temporary. The people around you will eventually, like, you know, leave, go away. They won't be there forever. And they make mistakes because we're all humans, right? And calculators will eventually run out of batteries. And you're like, you know, Jesus even died. And what's the one thing we had in common? We're both humans. So we put our trust into things that are not forever. And I didn't realize how much I relied on and trusted my sister to always have my back until she left. Like if I forgot to do a chore or if I messed up or I got in trouble, she was always there to make sure that like I didn't get scolded. So she took the blow for me. So shout out to you older siblings out there. Younger siblings, please don't torture your older siblings as much. And yeah, so she came to me one day and then she's like, "Hello, I'm leaving in 2 weeks." She packed her bags and left me. And then like I had to leave. I was the oldest in the house, and then I had to take on all her responsibilities, which was very cool. And then yeah. And although like I didn't see my grandpa every day, when I did see him, he always had something encouraging to say. And if my parents fell short on something, he always came through for like all of his grandkids. And I didn't realize until he left that how much I relied on him to really encourage me, because every time I felt low when I went to my grams, he always had something encouraging to tell me. Like, even if everybody's really mad at me because I messed up really bad, he was like he was there like to encourage me and motivate me to keep going and never make the same mistakes again and whatnot, like, grams. And I tripped and fall and everything, but my grams was there for me. And I trusted my parents too to always come through for me. So when they couldn't and when they didn't, I did not know who to trust anymore. So that's what they do. So most times that I don't know who to trust, I don't know who to turn to when the people who trust, I trust in. Do I make sense? Okay. So who do you trust when the people who do you turn to when the people you trust most fail you? You tend to try and do things on your own, and you forget that to go to Christ always. He didn't die on that cross for nothing. So things started to be more difficult for me after my older sister left and my grandma's died, because then I didn't have that support system anymore. And I was struggling, I was failing, I was making mistakes left and right. And I decided to keep things to myself because, well, why not? I'm not gonna lie, man. I really forgot, about Christ. I come to school every day and teachers are always encouraging us to go to Christ first. He was not the first person that popped in the head, so I decided to try and deal with things on my own and take things into my own hands and deal with them. Through the whole process of me trying to fix my own problems, I was just making things worse, and I was hurting the people around me a lot more, and I didn't even realize it. So then I thought I was just hurting myself. So one day I decided, I'm gonna give up and I'm gonna try God. So then I was like, okay, let me pray. So I did. And I was like, I'm gonna have faith that God will do with everything that I'm going through, so I don't have to worry about it. And I was tired and I didn't really know how to deal with anything. So that's what I did. I prayed. And for that one particular week, I really didn't have to worry about anything. The amount of homework I had was still the same, the amount of house chores and responsibilities were still the same. But I was able to finish every single one of them. Even if it meant I only had 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night, I woke up in the morning ready for the next day. And it was such a really good feeling because I really didn't have to worry about anything. Everything just flowed really well. But then when things started to go downhill, they were really hard for me. And then I kind of started thinking how this happened. It was so easy the week before, I didn't have to worry about anything. And then now things were really hard. I was messing up left and right again. I didn't know what to do. And then I sat down and I thought what went wrong. But then I forgot to pray. Simple as that. I forgot to pray and things went downhill quick. And I forgot to ask God to handle all my problems for each and every day. And things really started to go downhill. And then I started cutting again. But this time it was different. I wasn't scared anymore. If I die, I die. Yeah, but it's fine. And then I started thinking why it was happening, why this was happening. And then, like I said, a week ago, it was it went from happy and not worrying anything to being super duper difficult. And then I did not know why that happened. And then just a week ago, everything was fine and I was happy. And then now I'm hurting everybody else around me because of the scars that were lines left on my arm. And then I remembered that just because I forgot to pray, things went really, really bad. So there's this verse that I found, and it's found in Psalms 37, verse 5, and it says, give me like 2 seconds to get there. And I got this, guys. Oh, I did not see that. Okay, so it's found in Psalm 37 verse 5, and it says, commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. This made me like realize that I couldn't, even for the smallest things, I couldn't do without God. And it's crazy, like how much I realized that I need him. So like there will come a time when you're gonna get lost in depression, when you're gonna get lost in stress, and like there will come a time when you get lost in worry, anxiety, and you feel like a failure, blame yourself for things, you feel alone, you feel like nobody understands you, the world is against you, you're lost in your insecurities, your hurt, your anger, maybe you're even disappointed in yourself or whatever. And maybe you'll feel useless and worthless and like a burden to others. You'll feel helpless, and then you start relying on a lot of things to take those feelings away. Maybe you even start to feel disappointed in yourself. And I'm gonna point out the elephant in the room because like everybody knows it, but nobody's talking about it. So you rely on those things to solve your problems. You'll smoke your problems away. You'll drink your problems away. Maybe you'll start hurting yourself to try and get rid of all those problems. Or do something else that I may not have mentioned, but it's not really good for you, to take those things away. But all these things, they just give you temporary like relief, temporary solution to your problems. Because like your high is just gonna last for a few hours. You're gonna be drunk for a few hours. You're gonna cut, it's gonna heal, and then you're just gonna wanna cut again. Your problems will not go away. But if you talk to God and bring your problems to him, he will help you through everything. So you may think that you're not enough, that the things you do are not enough, that you don't matter. But then God is telling you each and every day, there's a reason why you're you're sitting here in PMA. There's a reason why you attended this school. Because there's a reason why that you didn't almost get hit by a car. Maybe that's happened to you. Happened to me a lot of times. But yeah, there's a reason why for all of those things. Like God is there for you. There's a reason why you woke up in the morning. God is always there for you, and he's there and he's willing and waiting for you to take the first step and trust him and join on your own journey of faith. I encourage each and every one of you guys to surrender everything to him. Not give up or die or continue to fail, but give up trying to do things on your own, because you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to run around in circles trying to get out and solve your problems, but you're going to be stuck in that box of your own problems forever, because God is the only one that can open that box and help you get out. I encourage each and every one of you guys to trust me. You guys have no idea how, like, it's such a relief to be able to trust him. And throw all your problems at his feet. Throw at his feet and walk away confidently that nothing can knock you down, because Jesus got you. Don't rely on calculators that will run out of batteries. Don't rely on mothers that will forget you at the store. But trust him and him only to have your back, to fix your problems. If it weren't for him, if it weren't for God, then maybe my mom wouldn't have almost gotten into a car accident, and then I wouldn't be standing here today because she would have forgotten me and I would have gotten kidnapped or whatnot. You know? And then if he didn't take my grandmas away and take my sister away, then I never would have learned that I can trust him. Like, he threw all these obstacles in my way and all those hardships, made my sister leave my side, took my grandmas, so that I would be able to, so that my eyes would be able to open and realize that I should trust in him, that I should have faith in him, that he is the only one that I should rely on. I mean, he's been there since before the Bible, guys. And yet we tend to trust things that are not going to last forever. Why do we do that? When we have like a solid rock that we can rely on, a solid foundation of anything. It's not going to be easy at first. this is something that a lot of people forget. It's not going to be easy at first. But you will never have that sense that you're alone. You'll never have that sense that you're fighting against whatever obstacles you have alone. You'll always have somebody there to carry you, and when you can't carry yourself, and your own 2 little feet can't take one more step, He is there for you. I encourage you all to start your own journey in faith, a journey of faith, by putting your trust in God. Let's bow our heads for prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day, Lord. I thank you, Lord, that we were able to come here this morning. Father, I ask that my words were able to reach the heart of each and everybody in this room. I ask that you help us understand this message that you had for us today, and be with us and bless us each and every day of this week, and the speaker prayer, and the speaker for tomorrow, Lord. Ask that you be with us in whatever struggles we have today, Lord, and help us trust you so that we don't have to worry about that today, and for all our problems, Lord. We ask all these, in Jesus' name we pray, amen.